Oh great, it's Jeff. That's me. This is my show. This week, I'm gonna explain how tired I am of my name being used as a punchline in Hollywood. And our number one story is about Black Panther 2 and a big debunked rumor. So stay tuned. Hey everyone, welcome back to the show, all 12 of you consistent viewers. This is where I give you a rundown of some of CinemaBlend's hottest stories of the week, and I tell tales of what it's like being in the shadowy background of the entertainment industry. Right now, it's a little terrifying. I apologize if there's an earthquake interruption during the show, but I secretly hope that's exactly what will happen, because that would be a dope show. Viral moment, unscripted, in your face, natural disasters. Anyway, our number 5 story of the week is Jaden Smith has strong feelings about Robert Pattinson as the new Batman. Jaden Smith, Will Smith's son, in case you didn't know. This kid turned this guy. Upon finding out that Robert Pattinson would be playing the next Batman, Jaden Smith said this: "Oh my gosh, I don't even know what to say. Amazing things are happening every day that you don't even know. I don't even know. I'm at a loss for words with how excited I am for him. It has to happen." The passion, man. So why are Jaden Smith's feelings on Batman relevant at all? Batman. That's why, I guess. Not only did he make a music video for his original track Batman, but, and this is true, he wore that outfit to Kim and Kanye's wedding. Am I the only one who thinks that's dope as hell? There's nothing more batshit crazy pop culture than that fact. That Jaden Smith, son of Will and Jada Pinkett, dressed as a white-suited Batman to Kanye West's wedding. I love it. Why can't we all live with that level of confidence and carelessness? Anyway, he's made no secret of the fact that his favorite superhero is Batman. And he's 100% down for Pattinson. Pattinson is Robert Pattinson as Batman, #Pattinson, please pass it on. If you watch the show, you may remember that I'm down for Pattinson as well, so I think this is cool news. Smith gets a lot of hate. He's privileged, he's bold, he's painfully progressive, but he does a lot of cool charity work, and I just like him, so f it. Plus, he was dope in The Get Down.
Ride through the city in an OJ, all the girls think I'm sexy, yeah. We had to break the logic.
In at number 4, Daisy Ridley was bummed about Star Wars fans' reactions to that big Rise of Skywalker flip. So, Daisy Ridley, who plays Rey in the Star Wars universe, does a lot of her own stunts. She trains hard. And one of the biggest moments in the Episode 9 teaser trailer is that backflip type thingy she does over a TIE fighter. Sweet! Fans were super stoked on it, but that meant nothing to Ridley because it wasn't really her. She said this: "I had learnt a version of it, but there was a risk of breaking ankles, so I couldn't do the full thing. But there's a bit in the film where you see me upside down. It's funny because I did 95% of my stunts, but that's the one thing I didn't fully do. People are like, oh, that's so cool, and I'm like, ugh." Well put, Daisy. I am also like, ugh. That is a pretty funny story. That would be like if you cooked this fabulous Thanksgiving dinner and all anyone talked about was Aunt Karen's fucking casserole. I know you use canned vegetables, Karen! So she wasn't allowed to perform the entire stunt, but she did a version of it. Those ankles have a, steep price tag, which is why this looks so convincing, most likely. Like, that is actually her. So she was upside down at one point. Then there's some sort of camera and editing trickery going on there. Full disclosure, the main reason I wanted to talk about this story was so that I could reverse and slow down that clip. It's just my favorite thing to do. In at number 3, why Hulk Hogan had to pay royalties to Marvel for 20 years. Guess why? Guess. Can you guess? Go, no, I want you to. I want you to guess. Guess why Hulk Hogan had to pay royalties to Marvel? It remains a mystery. There really is a huge unnecessary explanation, but you get the gist. It kind of is a crazy story though. Like, did you know that they were business partners? Marvel went all in on Hulk Hogan. This is a comic that exists. Yes, we are looking at Hulk versus Hulk here. I heard a similar story about royalties being paid to DC. Batman. Oh my god, a Jaden versus Batman comic. Is that next? In at number 2, Mark Hamill reveals the truth behind The Last Jedi's green milk. So, a standout moment from Star Wars The Last Jedi, for whatever reason, was when Luke Skywalker drank the milk of some alien creature. They made it seem like common practice in that universe. The scene made sense to me. We also drink milk from other animals, so I mean, some of us. Well, anyway, someone asked Mark Hamill via Twitter what the green milk tasted like, and he said this. The green milk was just regular coconut water dyed green in post-production. Hashtag true story, hashtag yum. For some reason, this grosses me out more than the alien milk. Why wasn't it green when he was drinking it? For a franchise that prides itself on using practical effects when necessary, did we really have to color that shit in post-production? I can't explain why this bothers me so much. It just feels completely unnecessary. Now when I see this clip, it's just gonna look fake to me. But what do I know? Except how to use food coloring. There you go, green milk, you fucking weirdos. Then maybe for episode 9, you can cut down on your post-production budget. One of our own went to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge at Disneyland. There they serve green milk and the blue milk from A New Hope. Apparently they taste more like milkshakes than anything else. It's a rice base, it's sweet, and most importantly, it's fucking green. They didn't recolor it in the souvenir photo. Really think about it though. Some Academy Award winner was sitting in their editing suite coloring coconut water when they could have been doing literally anything else. Anyway, on a different note, I would like to address an issue that has bothered me for some time. It's, my name, Jeff. Oh great, you know. It's used as a punchline in Hollywood. One that implies someone is basic or a goober, even though using the word goober kind of makes me a goober. I attempted to explain this to a few friends around the CinemaBlend offices, and they didn't seem to understand what I was talking about, so here's a few pieces of evidence. We'll start with Dude, Where's My Car?
My name is Zarnov. This is Zabu, Zellner, Zelbor, Zelmina, and Jeff.
Hey.
This is a great example of how Jeff is often used as a punchline. Listed at the end of a series of interesting things, thus implying it's uninteresting, usually represented by a guy who looks like this. Or this, I guess. Next, get him to the Greek.
Why the fuck is it called a Jeffrey?
Because who could be scared of a Jeffrey?
What's wrong with you?
Hello, I'm Jeffrey. I've just moved in. Yes, I'm Jeffrey. Jeffrey. My wife has got varicose veins.
I'm having a heart attack.
They literally just described an unimpressive person. Not really even unimpressive, but just boring. And then they took shots at his wife? Well, joke's on you, because I don't have a wife. So there. Perhaps the most recent and well-known example of this phenomenon is from 22 Jump Street.
My name is Jeff. It's Hefe, man.
I haven't been able to introduce myself to a group of people for years without somebody saying that. Another popular trope is the burnout, like Jeff, who lives at home.
I watched Signs again last night. It keeps getting better every time I see it.
Or Jeff, the lazy stoner.
Maybe my identity is all about weed.
Well, today, I'd like to take this opportunity to remind you that we also have Jeff Goldblum. You think he's basic?
How do you like it now, my friend?
What about the dude himself, Jeff Bridges? Huh?
You know, that's just like, your opinion, man.
I guess my just general presence isn't doing my point any favors, but the point is, hashtag not all Jeffs. Anyway, now that shit's over, I feel better. So it is time for our #1 story of the week. Kevin Feige shuts down Black Panther 2 rumor. So there's been a rumor circulating the internet about the return of a certain ripped to shreds self-mutilating villain. Michael B. Jordan killed it as Eric Killmonger, but the character also got killed. So where did this rumor come from? Wishful thinking, it turns out. Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige said this. The honest answer to that is pure rumor and speculation because Mr. Coogler is just only in recent weeks sitting down at his keyboard and beginning to outline the movie. It's early, so nothing is set yet in any way that far because Mr. Coogler is sitting down and will share it with Nate Moore and myself in coming weeks. Bam! Nothing is set in stone, so will Michael B. Jordan be returning? Who the knows? It is upsetting to me that this is even possible and that we're even speculating. I love Michael B. Jordan and I love that character, but let him lay. That's what bugs me about these types of films. Everyone was crying after Infinity War, and I love Infinity War, but I was like, y'all, Tom Holland is already contracted for another Spider-Man film. Like, he'll be back. When your stories exist in a universe where no one is ever really dead, it's like, Come on, how is any of this supposed to be thrilling? You can't take it seriously. Marvel has done a pretty good job so far of justifying the magic and time travel and when certain deaths are official, but bringing Killmonger back would be a mistake in my opinion. That death looked very official. But you know who they should bring into the fold? Batman. I know that joke makes no sense. I just had to throw my boy Jaden in here one more time. Well, that's it, bro. I'm out of here. Look, it's been fun. I had a great time. It's not you, it's me. I just felt like this episode has run its course and it's time for me to go. If you had like even a little bit of fun watching this episode, I mean, you did make it this far, so please hit subscribe and chat with me in the comments or on social at Jeff McCobb. Give me some of that feedback. Thank you for watching. We will see you next time.